Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, depending on when you're watching this. I'm going to do this class in two parts. I'll do the first bit, about half an hour long, nice little gentle stretch today. And if you want to end your practice there with Shavasana, you can. Otherwise, you can kind of access the part two, and you can do another half hour and take your Shavasana at the end of that. So nice to see everybody, and thanks for getting involved, having a little stretch. You can see it's a beautiful day forming out there, and yeah, hopefully you have a nice little start to your day. So we're going to begin on our backs. Just need you in a mat, or if you don't have a mat, just a towel or something to go on the floor, or sometimes it's fine just even on the carpet or hardwood floor, whatever suits you. We're going to lean back and let the shoulders relax onto the mat. Draw them down slightly. You want your feet about hip distance apart. Take any little adjustments that you need. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. Chin drawing down. And close the eyes. We'll start with a few deep breaths here. Inhale. And slowly, slowly exhale. Breathing in. And slowly exhale. Taking two more deep breaths just like that, slowing your inhalation, your in-breath, and slowing down the exhalation as well. One more, inhaling, and slowly, slowly exhaling. Lovely. And just take a moment in stillness to check in. Notice how you're feeling today in mind and body. And just use that to support you through your practice today. If you're feeling a little bit more sluggish, just move a little slower today. If you're in the mood to move a little bit more dynamically, you're welcome to take those options. But remember always, always to listen to your body. If anything hurts too much, just come out of the pose and join us again in a bit. I'm going to reach up, arms towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring the palms up as if you're pushing a box over your head. I want you to really flatten the lower back. So you don't want a little arch in the lower back. You want to flatten the lower back. Almost feels like you're lifting up in the hips slightly and draw the shoulders down. Nice work. Breathing in, fingers wide. As we exhale, bring your forefingers together, tuck your thumbs in, and slowly bring the fingers towards the ceiling and down towards the forearms. Nice little stretch here. Notice if you're looking up, draw that chin down. Take the pressure off the cervical spine, that upper part of the neck. Inhale, flipping the palms up. Exhale, forefingers, thumb, draw it down. Inhale, hands up. We're going to hold the fingers nice and wide here. Take a few breaths. Inhale. Exhale, draw the shoulders down. Push the lower back into the mat. Draw the navel in towards the center. Inhaling. And exhaling. Lovely. We're going to interlace the fingers. Bring the elbows in as far as you can, forearms to touch, and just let the forearms rub against each other as you roll those wrists. Nice work. Again, moving a little slower today, we'll take a nice little stretch. Taking time on our backs just to move mindfully and go of any sort of stress or strain. We're going to bring the palms back up, bring the hands into two fists, and roll the wrists. 4. Breathing deep and slower than before. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And bringing the hands down alongside the body. Beautiful. I'm going to draw that right knee in. Bring the hands on top of the knee or in the crease of the knee, whichever feels best for you. Trying to draw that chin down, shoulders down, feeling nice and relaxed here. Just trying to feel a little bit of a stretch into that hip joint. And if you're not feeling it, that's all right. You might be a little bit more open there, or someone else might find it really tight. Just take a few deep breaths. You've got the option to stay here with that knee bent, or the option to extend the opposite leg along the floor. Totally up to you this morning. Deep breaths in and slowly exhaling. And if you practice your Ujjayi breath, your oceanic breath, breathing in, slowly sending the breath down the back of the throat, mouth closed as if you're kind of fogging up a mirror. You can start to tap into that breath now and use it throughout the class. And if not, just simply take deep breaths, slowing down your exhalation. I'm going to invite you to take that ankle and roll it in circles. 3, 2, and 1, rolling the other direction. Big circles for 3, for 2, for 1. Nice work today. And slowly bring that foot down onto the mat. If you extended the opposite one, bringing it up. Let's do the opposite side. Just draw it in. Again, starting a little slower today. Drop the shoulders down, knee in. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, an option to extend that leg out along the floor if you want, or keep the knee bent. See what suits you best. Just breathe here. Drawing that knee in, finding that little bit of a stretch. Inhale and exhale. We're going to roll the ankle. Take a few big circles in one direction. When you're ready, roll the other way. At any point through the practice today, you are more than welcome to close the eyes, do whatever suits you. Enjoy the practice for what it is. Beautiful. We're going to bring that knee and foot down onto the mat, drawing the other leg up. Beautiful start. Good. Now take a nice little twist today. So we're going to start by bringing your feet a little wider. So you want the feet about hip distance apart. So the outer edges line up with approximately the outer edges of the mat. Bring the hands a little bit out to a V shape and drop the knees over towards the right side. Good. Now you can take your gaze or your look, you can take that the opposite direction to the knees. Just get a little bit more in the twist. You're trying to work those knees down towards the floor, keeping the shoulders nice and square on the mat. Deep breath in. We're going to send our breath to the belly. Inhaling and slowly exhaling. Breathing in, head comes back to center, knees back to center, and let's drop them the other direction. Good, your head can draw the opposite way, looking away from the knees, just intensifying a little bit of that twist. If that doesn't feel good, continue just to look up towards the sky, taking deep breaths to the belly, inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in. And breathing out. Lovely. Bringing the head back to neutral and knees back to center. Let's wiggle the feet back so that they're about hip distance apart. Good work. This time we're going to draw that right knee in. We're going to open the knee wide and bring the ankle so that it sits on the knee, and then shift it off a little bit so that you get that little bit of openness with the knee, but you're not putting any pressure on the ankle. Lovely. We're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Now, if you feel the stretch there, stay. If you want a little extra, you thread the hands through, draw the back of that leg in, and find that stretch all the way kind of in the back of that leg into the glutes. That sun's really shining through the window. It's quite nice. I've just noticed. Breathing in and breathing out. Take it easy as we start our stretches. Remembering we're still at the beginning of the class, so the legs might feel a little tighter. They're normally tighter a little bit more in the morning or different, so everyone's different, but I find mine a little tighter in the morning. Breathing in and breathing out. So take it easy. Take the stretches at the pace that you need to. In time, the movement and the depth will come. If that's what you're looking for, you want to extend that opposite foot. You can flex the heel, so toes drawing in towards you, shoulders dropping down. Keep looking up towards the sky and relax those shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing kind of how the body feels, waking it up. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's bend that knee, draw it in. Deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Let's bring that foot down onto the mat. We're going to switch sides. So drawing the other knee in, we're going to open it wide so that you can bring the ankle onto that knee. Shift the ankle away. Nice work. And from here, notice how you're feeling. This might be quite tight for you just as it is. Or if you've got that extra space, you can reach through at the hands, grab the back of that leg and draw the knee in. Start with both knees bending. Work the tailbone towards the mat. Relax the shoulders and take deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Just finding those little bit of tense spots in the body as you move, breathing through today. Letting go. Try not to tense in the shoulders or the face. Just breathe as you draw the knee in. Lovely. Option to stay there, or you're welcome to extend the opposite leg and draw the toes in towards you, finding that little bit of a hamstring stretch. Again, keep the breath moving. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. And we'll bend that knee again, working the knee in a little closer towards the chest. Deep breaths. In and out. Inhale. And exhale. For 3. Good work. For 2. For 1. Beautiful. Let's bring the foot down and separate the feet. Lovely. Drawing that right knee in. Bring the hands in the crease of the knee. We're going to draw the knee in towards the chest. Now from here, we're going to flex that heel. And we're going to slowly see how much we can extend that leg. Now for some of us, it might be quite bent. Others, you might be able to get it a little straighter. However you're working, find that little edge. If the leg shakes a little bit, that's quite normal. Relaxing the shoulders. Let the tailbone work its way into the mat as you draw the toes towards you. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And last breath here. As we exhale, bend that knee and bring the foot down onto the mat. Switching sides. Bringing the knee in. Hands come into the crease of the knee. Relax the shoulders. Chin down when you're ready. Flex the heel and take it to your own limit. Finding that nice little bit of openness into the hamstrings, to the backs of the legs, the quads, the calves. As you draw the toes in, breathing in and out. Inhale. And exhale. And last one. Slowly exhale, bend that knee. Draw it in and back down onto the mat. Beautiful work. Good. Taking a little bit more work into the hips, we'll bring both knees in. I'm going to find a little bit of happy baby. So from here, you draw the knees out so that they're drawing towards the floor on either side. Good. Now for some of us, that might be enough. Use the hands almost like little sandbags. If that feels enough for you, lower back pushing into the mat, stay there. We're going to take the full expression. We flex the heels, and we try and work the feet up towards the ceiling. You can start by walking those hands up, grabbing the ankles, and then pushing the knees out. There's that nice little stretch. If you've got the reach, you can grab the outer edges of the feet. Nice little bit of work here. And we rock side to side. Really good for our digestive system, this one. Nice to get into the hips. A little work in the back. If it feels too much, just go back a few steps. And come back to center, keeping that same position, drawing the knees down. I want you to focus on working the tailbone down towards the mat. Relax the shoulders. We're going to hold for 3 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. We're going to bring the feet in, bring the hands on either side of the knees, and slowly draw the knees in towards each other. Good work. Taking just a few circles, knees come in, toes to touch, and out. So your big toes, trying to keep them connected as you draw the knees wide and forward and wide and away. Good. Next time the knees are in towards the chest, opposite direction, draw them away. Breathing in and out and in. Last one and out and in. Beautiful. Bring both feet down onto the mat. Lovely work. Our next little bit of movement, we're going to take the palms, bring them down. You can push them into the floor or the mat. Good. And we're going to start just with that little bit of a drawing in of the knee. And so you notice that the knee is bent. We draw it in towards the chest, and then you just tap that toe on the mat. So drawing it in and tapping the toe. Good. Drawing it in, tapping the toe. If you want to work a little quicker, you can. If you want to work slower, you choose your pace. If you want to be a little bit more dynamic with the movement, you can draw it in and tap the toe. So you just really more dynamically draw that knee in towards the chest and then tap the toe. Good work. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to count you down for 8. Keep that breath steady, tapping into the Ujjayi breath. 6, 5. Nice job. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw it in and bring the foot down. Let's switch sides, finding that same little bit of movement. Just trying to work out a pace that suits you. Again, quick, slow. Trying to push the lower back into the mat as you draw that knee in. Breathing in, I'll count you down from 8. And exhaling. 7. Nice job. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, draw it in and bring the foot down. Great job. This time we're going to draw one knee in and tap and draw the opposite in. Good. And switch and switch. 8, 7. Keep the breath. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Bring the knees in, grab the tops of the knees, and just take a little rock side to side. Inhale and exhale. Lovely work. Let's bring the feet back down onto the mat. We're going to this time take a little option to draw one knee up. So I want you to notice that the knee stays in line with the hip. So we're not drawing it in, we're drawing it so it's in line with the hip. You get this nice little straight line here, toes pointed or relax, however feels best. It's the opposite leg we're going to work. We're going to draw it up. We're going to flex that heel and take a nice little stretch up towards the sky. Push the lower back into the mat. You'll start to feel your abs fire up. Bend the knee and bring the foot back down onto the mat. Let's try it. Inhale, draw it in. Extend, draw it in. Place the foot on the mat. Inhale, draw it in. Extend, in and down. In, extend. In, if you want to tap the toe, you can here rather than plant the foot, that's fine. Or it feels better actually placing the foot on the mat, go for it. Push that lower back into the mat and down. In and up and in and down. In and up, in and down. 3, breathe. 2, and last one. 1. Bring it up, bring it down, both feet onto the mat. Good. Just a little reset here. We're going to wiggle the feet wide. We're going to take the knees side to side, kind of like windscreen wipers or windshield wipers, depending on whether you're watching this in Canada or most of my ladies watching it will be my Sunday morning group. 3, 2, and 1. A lovely little reset. Good. Let's bring the feet back so that they're hip distance apart. Adjust anything that you need to, and we'll take the other side. So we lift the knee. You find that lovely little line from the knee into the hip. Foot is either pointed or relaxed. Other leg draws up. We flex the foot, kick it up. Draw it in, foot onto the mat. Draw it in, kick it up. And find your breath. And work a little bit to wake up the backs of those legs, push the lower back into the mat, finding that little fire in your core. Don't hold your breath. And keep moving. Good. Option to just tap the toe instead of place the foot down if you like. We lift, flex, draw it down, tap. Lift, flex, draw it down, tap. Always go back a step if it feels better. If your lower back is sore today, I invite you just to bring the foot down. 5, breathe. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Up and down. And bringing both knees in, little rock side to side. Again, taking that nice little bit of a reset. Beautiful job today. Good, we're gonna bring the knees in. What we're gonna do is draw the knees over towards one side. So draw them over, good, and then maybe extend both hands out, reaching one hand up and towards the other side of the room. And if that feels quite strong, that arm's not quite making it, just bring that hand to reach on the hip and let it settle there. And if the hand reaches over, see if you can square off the shoulders. So you draw the knees. You want the knees to line up with each other as much as possible. And find a few breaths here. Nice little bit of a reset. Inhale. And breath to belly, exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. If that hand is back on the hip, we're going to slowly bring it over. Use the hand to help you bring both knees back into center. Good job. We're going to drop to the other side. Line the knees up, then see how it feels. We're reaching over. If the hand's a little bit more lifted, that's fine. Fingertips might come down. If it feels too impossible to bring both hands out in sort of a T position, bring the hand and rest it on the hip. Otherwise, arm comes out. Maybe see a little extra depth in the stretches to work those shoulder blades towards the floor. Again, noticing that that knee doesn't come too far away. You want them stacked. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful job. Nice little twist, breath to belly. Nice little work into the spine. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. We're going to take that top hand, bring those knees back to center. Good job. And just take a little rock side to side, little massage. And bringing both feet down, planting them on the floor. Beautiful. All right. So our next little bit of work is similar in positioning. So we lift the one knee, knees in line with the hip. Now you've got the option, if having this leg lifted feels a little too much in the practice, just bring it down. All this does is it creates a little bit more focus on your core and your abdomen. So if that's where you want to have a little extra push today, fine. If it's too much, keep that foot down. How it's going to work is we're going to have one leg is going to extend like this. We're going to make a big circle, almost like you're cycling with that leg. And as that foot comes down towards the floor, you bend the knee in and draw it up. So it's pushing the lower back into the mat the whole time, trying to feel that core as you draw it in and up. Now what makes it harder is if we lift that other leg. Lifting and drawing it down. Using your core to lift that leg back up. So I invite you to join me now if you haven't already. You choose what feels best. Either foot planted, moving one, or you can lift that knee, bring the knee in line with the hip, and take it with me here. Ready, steady, go. Breathing in and out. Taking those circles in. And exhale. Most important thing here is you're working to push that lower back into the mat, activating the core, working as slow or as quick as you like. Try not to draw that opposite knee in too close to the chest, keeping it in line with the hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. 5. Keep the breath going. 4. 3. 2. And last one, drawing it in. Big circle. And bring the knees in. You plant both feet down onto the mat. Good. We're going to wiggle the feet wide and draw both knees in. Taking a little reset here. Reach up towards the ceiling. And reach the hands up over the head. Have a little arch in the back. Nice little stretch here. Arms over the head. Take a few deep breaths. Just separate the knees. Really arch that back. Get a good old stretch. Good little reset. 3. 2 and 1, bringing it all back down. Let's bring the feet back so that they're hip distance with each other. Good job. So we'll do the other side. See, whatever knee you lifted, you're welcome to lift that one again or keep it planted on the mat. And whenever you're ready, we'll take our big circles. Inhaling and exhale, push the lower back into the mat and draw that knee in. Take those big extended circles. Don't rush it. Lower back pushes into the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Find that work in the core. Find a pace that suits you and push that lower back into the mat. I'll count you down for 5. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, and your last one. Drawing it out, working it in, bringing both knees in, taking that nice little rock side to side. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. And slowly bring both feet down onto the mat. All right, so I'll show you this one. It's almost like we march into the sky. So if you practice with me before we do this one once in a while, what we're going to do is reach the left hand up and bring it over the head alongside the ear. The right hand comes down and the right knee stays bent. The left leg extends. So once you find that sort of position, what we want to do is at the same time we want to switch everything. So we're going to draw that right knee in so it comes in towards the chest. And then what we do is we switch. So we bend the left knee and we extend the right leg and we switch hands. See if you can find that little bit of rhythm. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Lovely. Good. Let's keep it going if you've got the rhythm. 10. Breathe. 9. 8. 7. Keep the breath steady. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And the last one. 1. Beautiful work. Take that little rock and eventually rock to one side that feels best for you. Roll all the way over. Take a deep breath in and out. One more in this fetal position. Inhaling and exhaling. And then push the body all the way up. Beautiful work. Now that takes us to the first half hour of the class. So if at this point you feel like you've got a nice little stretch, you've worked where you wanted to work, I invite you just to stay relaxed on the mat and enjoy a nice little Shavasana. And if you're new to Shavasana, it is just a moment of quiet and relaxation. Traditionally, lying on the back, both legs extended, maybe palms towards the ceiling and eyes closed. Just take a little bit of time in the quiet. If you're going to join us for the next session, take a little look at video number 2. We'll have a nice little stretch seated, a little bit of standing work, but nothing too much. And just taking a nice slow start to today or to the evening, depending on when you're practicing. Namaste.